What's going on? Connor Speed 6 here. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by today. Today we are looking at my original route that was called the Isle of Britain TT. Now, I have actually remade this track to be even better than it was before. This is one of my favorite routes that I've ever built to date. As you can see, we are driving the new Porsche Cayman GTS, the 718. I love this car. It is absolutely fantastic in S1 class, and it looks gorgeous in this blue. I built this thing for grip. It does not have a ton of power, but my S1 tune is available if you'd like to use it. My gamer tag is PTG Connor Speed. You can find it that way, or follow me in game as a creator, of course. So moving on to the route, again, it is the Isle of Britain TT. It's a 37-mile route built to mimic the Isle of Man TT, but in Horizon 4. Now, I did build this a while back, however, it was not a circuit. So what I've done is I've actually changed it just a little bit, so it is now a circuit. On screen is the share code now for the route, so if you'd like to use it, or if you'd like to run it, I should say, feel free to do so. It is one of my favorites. It is a fantastic track. It is available at the Broadway Village Circuit found here on the Forza Horizon 4 map. As I said, I did do some changes and reshare this route. It actually used to start, I should say, over at the Cotswolds Super Sprint event. The route, or the original race, is still there, so if you'd like to do that, you could also do that sprint race found at the Cotswolds Super Sprint. So let's jump right into the race. Again, in the Porsche 718 Cayman GTS. So as you can see, again, the start position is a little bit different. What I've done is I actually just found another blueprint start location that is on the existing original race route. That way I could actually connect the beginning and end of the race instead of being a sprint, so I could do a circuit race like the actual Isle of Man TT is. This route is spectacular. Again, like I said, it mimics the original Isle of Man TT. It is super fast. It winds a lot, so we've got a lot of really tight and twisty sections. I've got everything from elevation change, long sweeping corners at high speeds. I've got even super tight city sections or town sections, which you'll see here soon. But yeah, this race, again, like I said, it's a favorite of a few different people in my community that I know of. Even more popular than some of my rally routes like Medusa and Cerberus and Zeus even. You know, my 36, 39, and 40-mile rally stages. So this is a very popular route. Actually, FTC Bajizi, one of my admins and moderators, he uses this route for literally testing every single car he builds. He goes straight to this route, runs it, and simply sees if he can get below an 18-minute time, and if he can, he considers that tune sort of a win. Or a good enough tune to use in racing. So again, it's a really great race. It's really going to test you as the driver because it's long. Like I said, in S1 class, it's anywhere from 17.5 minutes to 19 minutes depending on the car. But this, speaking of the car, the Cayman GTS is fantastic. Like I said, it handles pretty well. It does have some understeer, but I think that may be the all-wheel drive nature of the tune that I built. The car's really good in rear-wheel drive as well, but again, I want to throw a tune together on this. I wanted to throw a tune together on this car, I should say, that was easy enough for somebody who is new to the game to pick up and drive pretty well, or a veteran, to pick up and drive pretty well. I had, a couple of my friends test it out, and they seemed to like it, and they did, of course, some of their own tweaks to it. But yeah, I like it. It does pretty well in online lobbies as well. It's not as fast as the wide body Cayman, unfortunately, but that thing is just OP McGee in S1 class, so there's no getting away from it. Yeah, so out of those long sweeping technical corners, And getting on to some high-speed stuff here, we're going to go down in elevation. This is actually one of my more, I don't know, my more favorite parts of the track, because you've got the super long, fast, sweeping downhill corner into a super tight braking section there, into a 90-degree turn, which makes it extremely difficult to get off the power, on the brakes, and back on the power without smashing into a wall or driving through the wall or completely just blowing through the corner altogether. Catch a little bit of air here. Again, high speed, downhill, long sweeping. And I have to say, this corner coming up here, this left right here, is extremely difficult, because you've got this railroad track, boom, it takes you off a little bit, so you have to be going slow enough to where you can still get the car to turn in after it kind of gets its balance back onto the ground. This section here is amazing too, long sweeping section, but then it actually tightens up a little bit right up here. It's almost like a chicane, so you have to get off the gas or get on the brakes a little bit, and then into this hard or long left sweeper there, into another right sweeper, and then probably into one of my favorite tarmac roads on the entire map coming up here in just a minute. It's one of the super tight, small, sort of single lane, type of roads, which are my favorite to drive on this map, whether it's tarmac or dirt. I love these secondary roads. It's super fun. Yeah, this hard left, then immediate flip right. Again, on the power. Then you've got a little section here where the road drops out, sweeps to the right, then back to the left, back uphill, over a crest, then over another crest, down into some water here. That's a really easy section to miss it, or to mess up really bad as well and just completely lose it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not driving with any driving line, so no braking line. I've got no ABS on, so this is, it's not as simple as just hopping in there and just going for it. So I am pushing a little bit here, but I'll be a little conservative as well. Like I said, you like to try to get around that 18-minute mark, preferably under 18 minutes. I believe FTC Bajizi actually ran less than 18 minutes in this car, if I remember correctly. But yeah, if you can do that, that's spectacular. Yeah, so here we are coming into the Edinburgh section. Love this little bit. It's twisty, it's windy, it's tight. Again, there's elevation change where the road just sort of drops out. Yeah, it's really good. This route, it's long, it's fast, it's fun. I love this car too. I really wish I didn't have to have the wing on the back, the Forza Aero, but unfortunately it's sort of what you have to do there to make this car, I don't know, more competitive than it would be. But yeah, it's a great car. I definitely would recommend building your own or testing out some tunes just to see how you like it. It's really good. That corner right there is really difficult to get right, especially coming off the super tight one and downhill. This corner coming up here, the hard left to right here, do not touch that curb as much as I did often, unless you want to dive, because that will kick you so hard to the right into that wall of buildings there. So yeah, leaving Edinburgh now, heading out through this, what is normally a drift section on the free roam map. This little bit is so much fun too, because it's still fast, but then you have to really get on the brakes hard. That way you can put the power down getting out of the city. Again, these roads, they're just, I tried to pick some roads that weren't, I don't know, super commonly used, that are still fast, but still tight and twisty as well. The last thing I want to see is a fantastic, beautifully built custom route on just the same old boring roads. So I tried to make sure I threw in some tricks and some different stuff in there that you're not really going to see very often. Yeah, if you guys like this, like I said, run the route. If you guys enjoyed these types of videos, let me know in the comment section below. I want to keep doing more of these these longer routes. I love endurance racing, as you guys know. Please leave the video a like, leave me a positive comment, and if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe, of course, for more weekly content like this. I know I've been away from Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport for a little while now, but I've had a lot of stuff going on, plus the early access to the Dirt 5 Playgrounds mode. So I wanted to get all that content pumped out because that is new and that's coming very soon. In November, the full game will be released. Hopefully, I get early access in the Racing Ahead program, so please cross your fingers for that. Made just a slight mistake there when I touched the inside fencing, but that's alright. Everyone's sort of familiar with these roads right here. They're in a couple of the different circuits and races. Fantastic roads. That was actually really tough there, coming over that little crest into the left-hander, because your car is almost completely weightless and you're almost off the ground, but you have to get on your brakes immediately. Some more of my favorite roads coming up. This little section here, the little bend to the left, and then the really fast sweeper to the right, which I missed the turn in a little bit, so I had to brake. But you could really go flat out around that corner. This part of the route is a little bit more familiar because I use it for my Forza Rivalries test track, where I, put two cars against each other to see which one's fastest. All the road cars, that's what I do. I've had it featured in a few videos in the past. You could always go back and check those out. I have a full playlist of all my Forza Rivalries. I have a bunch of different playlists on my channel, so be sure to check those out as well. Yeah, this little section down here by the river, at the base of the mountain, it's really, really fast, but it is so easy to just completely ruin your race. Trees lining the road, fence lining the road, and it's really easy to just honestly miss your braking point and drive off the road. Yeah, here we're in the big time high-speed section coming up here. I have to say this corner coming up here is one of my least favorites on the map unless I get it right, because you can really go flat out through there, or you can completely miss that turn in because it's blind almost. Little first person action for you. I don't like to drive too much in this mode. It is fun and it does look fantastic on camera, but unfortunately when you're driving on controller, you have to be a little twitchy, tapping the steering and things like that. I nearly missed that checkpoint. Thank you to the Forza gods for looking down upon me and giving me that checkpoint. I think I barely clipped the flag. One of my favorite roads on the map here too. This car rather, on this road is so much fun. Because again, there's little bumps and elevation changes in corners especially too, which make it really difficult. I use it often for some of my rally stages as well, to connect some of the dirt roads. It's just a really, really great road. Yeah, and then dipping down here around this long sweeping right-hander, and then going down by the reservoir. It's really, really just awesome. I honestly miss playing Forza Horizon 4. I haven't honestly turned on Horizon 4 in a few weeks. Again, stuff going on in my life, personal life with family, and then the Dirt 5 early access release stuff. I wanted to jump on that. So I know I've been neglecting Forza Horizon 4 as well as you guys. You're not getting any of that content. But we'll get back into it. I promise you that. We're starting off here with this Isle of Britain TT. You guys be sure to share this route with all your friends. It is out there available. I actually got a random message the other day from someone. Actually, I think it was a couple weeks ago on Xbox Live. He told me that, I can't remember exactly what it was, but he was asking me a question about this route that he had, and telling me he had randomly come across the route because someone in his lobby had started a PvP race on it and he joined it. So naturally he wanted to, get with me, and he told me he appreciated the route and he really loved it. And he asked me if I wanted to run it sometime, and I checked my messages that night for some reason, and he was online, so I jumped on and ran it with him a couple times, and it was really, really fun. He enjoyed it a lot. But yeah, it's a really fun route, especially if you've got a big lobby. It's just extremely, extremely fun. I really think you guys will like it a lot. I really wish the developers would give us more in-game routes like this, or honestly, just give us more options when creating these routes, especially since you've seen what Dirt 5's Playgrounds mode is giving us. I think we just need a lot more options when it comes to customization on these routes, such as barriers. And yes, we need a couple, options for jumps, for rally cars and trucks and things like that. But honestly, just barriers. And I would really, really love to have different options in the way of where I can start the routes, or picking, which way the route starts, instead of always following the original rally state, or sorry, the original blueprint direction. But yeah, I don't know. We may see that in the future. We may not. I'm not sure how much more we're going to get from Horizon 4. So we'll see. This is actually my absolute favorite part of this race. Through Ambleside, a lot of people struggle with it. It's my favorite bit because it's super, super difficult. Really, really tight. Really, really twisty. Fast and slow. On the brakes, off the brakes, it's really difficult to get right. But yeah, it's really, really fun using this tight rally state, or geez, I'm sorry, I keep talking about rally. This really tight drift road back here in Ambleside. I wanted to make it really, really kind of feel like that same Isle of Man TT vibe that we see, these racers and motorcycles and really just like road race cars taking on at full speed, catching a little bit of air off these small little jumps in the towns, and up to the really, really high speed, high elevation bits. I don't know. I think it's a really, really, really good comparison route to the original Isle of Man TT. Yeah, I know I'm rambling a little bit. I'm sorry about that. I've had a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of time to sit down, write out commentary, and then go record it and edit it, because that just takes so long. I don't have a ton of time right now, so I'm just sort of recording commentary on the fly to a video that I've already recorded, or to some footage I've already recorded. This race has been recorded for I think almost a month now, so I've just been sitting on it, waiting to do something with it. Yeah, I wanted to get back to some Horizon 4 ASAP. I need to get some Motorsport 7 stuff recorded as well again. Maybe get on the wheel and, I don't know, throw an F1 car around another route or something. Yeah, this section right here, getting ready to come into the Horizon Festival. I love this road. It's extremely fast. Downhill sweeper, uphill sweeper, and then onto hard braking into the festival we go. I actually put in a sort of a carousel type corner right here. The checkpoint is on the banked area, so you want to take that corner with the bank there, just like you would at the carousel at the ring. It's really, really fun. It's different. Most people don't just use that little banked area; they usually go on the outside of it. Yeah, I love this road too. In and out of the festival. It's a really, really fun race. Really, really fun road. Tapped the wall there. I was really, really frustrated, I remember. But this bit right here is so difficult to get right, but when you get it right, it is fantastic, because you can take it at a super high speed and gain a big advantage on people. So again, here we go, the big contrast. We go from the slow and tight, twisty in the festival roads to extremely high speeds, maxing out the car here on the downhill. Yeah, this car is just great. Again, it's fantastic. It's got a decent high speed. It's good on acceleration. It has a good amount of power with the stock motor, but again, it is all-wheel drive. I know a lot of purists and I don't know, some of the OP guys on the Rivals leaderboards and super, super fast drivers don't like that, but I really don't care. It makes it easy for some people to actually again pick up the game, play it, and enjoy it. Sometimes driving a rear-wheel drive car, it just isn't that enjoyable in this game, especially if you aren't well versed at the game or haven't played it very, very often. Yeah, on the original race, this was the finish line right here, with the original route actually starting right here, and this was the start line, basically, going into these long sweepers down into Broadway. So again, I just changed the start point. That way I could make it a circuit. So yeah, I mean, are you guys interested in maybe getting a 2 or 3 lap circuit out of this? I could make one, again, 2 or 3 laps. I can make one an hour long. It just depends on what the community wants. I'm here for you guys. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section below what you'd like to do, or what you'd like to see from me here with this race. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Finish line's coming up. Please, please, please leave the video a like. Again, leave me a positive comment, and be sure to subscribe for more weekly content like this. I am Connor Speed6, y'all. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for the support. Much love, everyone. See you soon.